Good morning, goddammit. Piss and Vinegar Day, 2:55, leg day. So I'm recording this at the end of my leg day, the intro, because something happened during my leg day that was fucking depressing. There's a movement in the Bulgarian split squat where my left leg or left glute is much weaker than my right, but I did a Smith machine Bulgarian split squat, where you see it in a second, and it shows how much weaker it really is. Because with a dumbbell split squat, and this is feeding into my, what I preach, which is that machines are better for hypertrophy because they make you honest. With a dumbbell, I can do a similar weight, just a little bit less reps, because I can cheat and use momentum and grab the pole and use arm momentum and all this strength and stuff. But with the Smith machine, there's no cheating it. It just shows you consistent reps with no technique required or no momentum possible, or very minimal. So what you're gonna see is me being easily half as strong on my left leg as my right leg on this movement. My glute on my left side just doesn't fucking work. It's weak as shit and it doesn't fucking fire. And it was depressing and it bummed me out. But the thing is, and for the workout, I'm like, fuck, that sucks. Because it made me think, how much more could I squat and deadlift and whatever if my left glute actually fucking worked. But the silver lining that I thought of is, at least now I know that it's the glute that's, fucking with a lot of my shit. And it gives me more incentive to do what I'm already doing, which is trying to fix my hips, my internal rotation, my sciatic nerve, my pelvic tilt, all this stuff. It gives me even more incentive on top of kickboxing, all these things that I need hip mobility and function for. And then also I was thinking, man, it's probably best in life that you find your physical ailments early, because I'm only 27 and I feel like a fucking 80-year-old half the time with my shoulders, my neck, my back, all this shit. Difference is though, unlike an 80-year-old, I have time to fix it and I have the vitality and wherewithal to fix it. Whereas if you go a whole lifetime and you get to 60 years old, you're perfectly healthy, and then around 60 your body starts falling apart. You haven't created the habits for the last 60 years of stretching and doing mobility and prehab work, and you haven't learned all these things because it's never been an issue. And then you get to 60 and it happens, you fucking die because you break a hip or whatever. Same with metabolism. People who are born with fast metabolisms go 30, 40 years with a great metabolism. That's cool. Eat whatever the fuck you want, stay lean, hit 40, whatever it is. Metabolism slows down. Now they're hit with this problem of, now I have a slow metabolism, but I've got 40 years of bad habits under my belt, and switching to eating healthy is fucking hard as shit. And those guys lose out in the end. They become fat. Whereas I personally am a slow metabolism type. Ever since I was 8, I was fucking having a hard time not being a fat fuck. And so for the last, 20 years, I've been actively trying not to be a fat fuck. So when I'm 50, I won't be a fat fuck because I'll be the guy that's still actively trying to be not a fat fuck. In the same way that when I'm 50, I'm going to be actively the guy that's trying not to be physically ailmented. Whereas if I wasn't ailmented at an early age, like the first physical ailment was like I was 12 and I was like getting all these knee pains from flat feet. And so ever since I was 12, I've been combating these things, but I'm constantly in the habit of combating them, and therefore they don't get worse. So that was kind of my silver lining was, well, it sucks and it's annoying and I've got sciatica and it hurts and fucking blah, 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 poor me. But at least one day when I'm 50 or 60, I might be ailment free by then. But if I'm not, I'll still be on top of it and I'll never let it get ahead of me. So that was the silver lining and the message for today. Anyway, this is the rest of the video. Good morning. God damn it. Piss and Vinegar Day, leg day. Piss and Vinegar Day 2:55, leg day. And abs and calves. Fucking squats. Deep Smith machine squats. I've got this platform here so I can raise up my heels. So I can go, I don't know, it feels like I can go a bit deeper or a bit more knees over toes rather. Obviously with a Smith machine squat, one of the benefits is you're not limited as much by your ankle mobility, because you can just, if your ankle is starting to lift up due to your ankle immobility, you can just bring your legs forward a bit more. And on a normal squat, if you're too knee behind toe, well, you fucking fall over. Like if it's a free weight squat and you sit back into it, you fall over. Smith machine, you can squat back into it if that's the case. But I still want to get more knee over toe, because the more your knee goes over toe, the more quadriceps you hit. So I've put an elevation here so I can get better biomechanics to hit my quadriceps more. So might be a bit weaker or something, but we'll see how it goes. Might feel so uncomfortable I don't want to do it anyway. Whoosh. Because what it is if I don't elevate my heels like that, I start pressing way more through my heel as opposed to my toe, whereas that you're pushing through the front of your foot through the toes more, which means that your weight is shifted a little bit more forward, which then hits the quad more. I felt my quads more that time with my feet elevated. That felt nice. And also another thing is I'm not really so sure I even need to do hack squats. They're basically the same movement pattern, basically does the same thing. It's just that it's just on a slightly different angle. So I don't know, I'll see, I'm gonna do a set and just feel this out and see if I feel anything particularly different at all. And if I don't, I think I might just start doing 2 sets of Smith machines, which makes this machine mostly redundant because I won't be using it except for calf raises, which is fine. But I probably use this machine more so just for clients. But maybe what I'll do is, I don't know, like if I like this enough, I'll keep doing it. Or if I don't like it enough, I'll keep doing I'll do 2 sets of Smith machine squats. And maybe I'll do like a leg press with a higher stance so I can focus more on my glutes or something. I want to make the most out of this machine because it did cost me quite a bit of money. But anyway, I think the Smith machine might, maybe be better than the fucking hack squat for me anyway. If you had a really fucked up back or really weak core or something, then I would way prefer the hack squat machine in that case. But my core and my back's just not that fucked up and my core is not that weak, so the Smith machine feels pretty good. Anyway, let's see how this feels. Woo! Fuck. Fuck. There's definitely something a bit different about this one. It does very much similar things, but I think what it might be is this one, the resistance curve is a bit more mid-rangey. It's harder in the mid-range. That one's much harder at the bottom range. So I think I'm feeling a bit more VMO. I don't know, I'll keep it, fuck it. May as well, because otherwise why the fuck did I buy this machine? Well, I bought it for the bicep tear actually, now that that's healed up. But anyway, I'll still do both, because fuck it, why not? Okay, ball gram split squats. Actually, maybe I should start doing this on the Smith machine, because I get rid of the stability aspect. gonna try this. So normally I do Bulgarian split squats with a dumbbell. I hold onto a wall and shit. It's a little unstable though. And it does feel a bit inconsistent. And as you guys know, I like using machines because it just makes the reps 100% consistent. And you can use more of the musculature rather than stabilization and technique. But I was like, fuck it, why don't I do it on the Smith machine? I got a fucking Smith machine now. That gets rid of all this instability requirements. So I'm gonna see what this is like. And there. Yeah, cool. Feels pretty good. Fuck, that's so fucking difficult with my left leg. Fucking hell. That's cool. I like that way more. Exposes the fact that I've been using inconsistent reps and probably holding on a bit too much with my arm, because I usually use the 35 kilo dumbbell. This is only 20 kilos and it's Smith machine, and I can barely get 6 reps. So clearly I was using a bit of a momentum or a bit of arm assistance on the dumbbell variation. So again, hence why Smith machine is better for training legs. I'll just do like a fucking, that's probably not even a maintenance dose, but I'm just gonna do the left leg, I reckon. Fucking right leg's just straight up way too much. Wow, fucking fuck. That's fucked up. What the fuck? I can't even like control it on the way down. Nah. Damn, dude, that's fucked up. I think I'm gonna start just doing quite a few sets of this one on leg day, because it's just, my central nervous system just ain't doing it. It ain't figuring that one out. Gee whiz. That is a depressing mismatch of strength. And that makes me wonder, how much more strength do I have in a squat and a leg press when this leg is like fucking 50% weaker? And how much does that fuck up my bad hips and everything? So I'm gonna start doing probably 3 or 4 sets of this movement, because obviously I don't like numerous sets. I fucking hate them. That's why I do 1 to 2 sets. That's why I do high intensity training. But this needs some more neurological adaptations. The muscles themselves are weaker, but it's also probably neurological. My brain just can't fucking like figure out how to use this leg or this glute. So it's probably a posture thing too. My pelvis is all fucked up, so it's just fucked up. Anyway, fuck it. I'll just do a bunch of sets and try and fix this fucked up thing. All right, 3rd set. What I'll probably do is 3 or 4 sets, but in the future I'll just record 1 or 2, because no one wants to see me do 3 sets of this miserable fucking excuse for a leg. Man, it's like I just can't like fucking coordinate them. Whoa, what the fuck? I'm gonna use some momentum just to get more reps. There'd be no more point doing any more sets than that because it'd be a fucking 1 rep max now. That's pathetic. So this is a great exercise for home workouts. If you have a cable machine, just karate belt and the fucking straps and carabiners. One caveat though is if you have bulging discs like I do, be careful when you do it, because when I lay down, if I don't tense, you got to tense your abs, because if you have a bulging disc and it pulls apart those vertebrae. If you have collapsed discs and stuff, this might be okay, but if yours is a bit more off center or whatever, like mine is, or if you have anything like mine, I don't know, you know, the L4, L5 sciatic sort of root canal one. When you do this one, if you don't tense your abs, your spine's going to decompress and it's going to hurt really fucking badly. So be careful. Core tight, squeeze your abs so that you don't decompress your spine, because it's pulling down on your fucking pelvis. And if you don't squeeze your abs, it really does hurt quite bad. And it might give you like sciatic for a few days or something if you're not careful. Alright, this is one of those rare movements that I drop set because I cannot be bothered waiting around shackled to the fucking machine. Probably doesn't do anything, but maybe it does. It's better. I think it's probably better than just doing only one set to failure for one exercise for one body part. Oh yeah. Put it this way, if metabolic stress does work, well, my hamstrings will prove it by doing drop sets. Okay, that's enough. Fucking hell, that's fucking brutal. That's quite a few reps in rev. I think I'm gonna go heavier. Progressing pretty quick. So right now I'm doing a calves experiment where I only do stretch partials. I'm not doing full range. And that's because calves have quite a lot more type 1 fibers in them. Mine certainly do. Mine are some of the worst calf genetics you'd probably ever see. My forearms are bigger than my calves, I think. Maybe not anymore, because this experiment's probably been working. I should measure them. But for the longest time, my forearms were bigger than my calves. So yeah, shit calf genetics. But they're much more type 1 dominant since they're more damage resistant. And also they're one of the better muscles to train in lengthened positions. Some movements, some muscles simply, you can't actually lengthen them because they're only monoarticulate. So your bicep is a good one to stretch. Your triceps pretty good to stretch. Calves good to stretch. Your delts, you physiologically cannot stretch them because they only run over one joint. So in the case of the calves, they do get good reaction to stretch mediated hypertrophy, but there's a good chance a lot of that is just temporary gains from a specific type of adaptation. It's not necessarily myofibrillar hypertrophy that's happening. It very well could be just increase in the sarcomere length from the increase of titin you get when you do calf raises in lengthened positions or biceps in lengthened positions. So what it is really is an adaptation that you want to get after probably a month or two. A lot of the stretch-mediated hypertrophy, when they actually do studies on a long enough basis, you see that that hypertrophy that you get from the stretch mediation drops off really quickly. And so it's heavily implied that it's not myofibrillar addition that you're getting from it. It's partially that. And in some muscle cases, you get most mechanical tension in the lengthened position. The calves are one of those. So the calves, I'm doing these half range through the strength lengthened position because of a bunch of different reasons. But basically in layman terminology or whatever, the calves actually do get a bunch of benefits from lengthened partials. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm not doing a full extension anymore. There might be some drop off from not doing extension though, because I feel like you get your gastrocnemius more at full extension. But anyway, it's just an experiment because my calves are so abysmally fucking shit. I may as well try to find something that will make them bigger. All right, let's put some more fucking weight on here. 132 kilos, I should do it. Fuck. Whew. All right, time to do my weird fucking hybrid sit-up. Excuse me, mate.